cannot believe we just got shut out by the goalie we just traded.
Sucks, don't it?
Alright, come on.
Like, comment, subscribe, I guess. I don't know. I'm a sign, not a cop. Low quality fans! That sucked! That sucked! That was absolutely abysmal. But there are some silver linings here. I wish. God, I wish. I am still in a positive mood in some weird way. Not literally in a positive mood, but we'll get there. First of all, we're going to dive into this whole Vladar discourse on the podcast more, because this needs a whole conversation by itself. Link below. I think we're recording tomorrow. But there was a reason we moved on from Vladar when we did. The timing, not wanting two unproven goalies coming into the season, thinking Olmark was the real deal, which he very well still might be. We're very early in the season. But thinking he was the real deal, thinking Swayman is your next decade or 12 years guy, they did what they could to extend the current cup window. I have no issues with what Sweeney did over the offseason in the goalie situation. I think it is okay to wish we kept Vladar. I think he's also only played 5 games this season. It's okay to have wanted to keep him. I had a really good debate about this. I don't want to see anything in the comments rewriting the history of why it happened. You can call it a mistake trading him, that's fine if you want to do that. But you also got to acknowledge why it happened and why it was a good decision at the time, or seemed to be, and still, in my mind, is. I don't think that's the goalie Vladar is through his career. Also, worth saying in the beginning, David made this comment after the last video about the schedule, and why is it like this, why does it suck? Basically, from my understanding, the ownership, the venues, all of these people get together, they give priority lists and conflicts, and then the computer goes and then a schedule is made. And the Bruins get fucked early in the season this year. It does not happen all the time to every team. It's not the NHL deciding that the Bruins are going to get boned. Maybe we couldn't fit in long travel and still have any home games to do because the schedule didn't work. Yes, it kind of screws us in the long run. We finished a season with 5 games in 7 days. Like, it's bad in certain pockets. But this is a professional hockey team. We're supposed to be a good team. You got to win what you got to win. Also, Calgary was at the end of their longest road trip of the season, also coming off a back-to-back. So, can't really say we had the disadvantage in this one. Sway gets a start, and Vladar gets a start on the other end. So that's a revenge game for Vladar. Boy, did it work out well for him. There are no line changes. We'll put those up real quick, but nothing really different about it. Puck drops! And there's an immediate panic moment. Carlo gets hit very awkwardly by kind of the butt of a Calgary player. Hits him right in the chest, and he just doubles over. Skates to the bench, goes right down the tunnel, and Jack Edwards is on the line going, well, he collapsed down there. He's on all fours. He looks like he's literally dying. And then he's back out there 4 minutes later. He got the wind knocked out of him. He's fine. But we're already skipping ahead. Look at this note. 1 minute in, and it's a huge save by Sway. I was all excited with my note-taking. Went 29 in, and Forbert with a terrible turnover. 1 of 4 in the first period. Oh, Forby, you had to come back for me. Appreciate it, bud. Bad turnover. It leads to a cycling of a puck. Puck comes up to the left point, and it's hammered down. And Swayman, this is a set play. They see it. They came in for it. Swayman kicks it out to the right circle, and Gaudreau is just there to bury this. It goes right to Gaudreau. It is a perfect bounce for them. The rebound control isn't there. Like, that is not something, yes, commonly there are going to be rebounds with that kind of shot low to the outside of the pads. You got to be aware of who's around you, who you're kicking that into at times. That's a tough one. I'm not pissed. It just sucks a minute 29 to let that in. But on we go. And it looks like we're going to tie it up right away. There's a huge chance for us on the next fucking shift. And Taylor Hall, who is battling some demons right now, in the slot. Loose puck. Vladar's flopping around. Puck goes over his stick. That guy can't buy one right now. It is nutty buddy, dude. I don't know. Like I mentioned, Forbort not looking good this period in general. He has a terrible pinch down low. Tkachuk beats him to it. Swayman has to come up with a pressured one-on-one save. Swayman was doing his job for as much as he could in this game. He did make some big saves. 13:30 left in the game, and it's pee-pee time. And it's not a good one. And we wouldn't get a good one this game. There's some chances, but we would not get a good power play at all. The next 13 minutes is a lot of icing, stoppages, coverings, just freezing the puck, like just a ton of stoppages. I think we ended the period with 23 stoppages, something around there. Period's gonna end 1-0. That was a boring second half to that period. Brutal. Puck drops for the second period. 5 minutes in, we can't complete a pass. We aren't creating any pressure. We haven't tested Vladar once. And then we have a couple shifts in a row. And it starts with the bottom six. We're starting to push a little bit. We're waking up a little bit. And you can feel the energy filling into the building. And you're like, all right, here we go. Get the muscles flexing a little bit. Let's go. And then all the air gone. 7 minutes left in the period. And it's the same play, but on the opposite side. But it's very set now. It's right off the face-off. Puck comes back to the right point. Fed down to the right circle, whipped on net, perfectly placed off the right pad of Sway, who kicks it out, and Hannafin is right there to accept the puck. No one saw him, no one's on him, boom, bada, bing, again in the net. Guys, at this point in the game, I'm like, you know what? It sucks. Calgary is stifling. They're not allowing us to get at Vladar, who I know is a beatable goalie. We watched him together. He did look better in this game, though. He looked much more efficient in his movements, but I digress. I knew we could beat him if we had some chances. So I wasn't worried yet. And in my big stupid brain, swelling with stupid knowledge, I went, it's two lucky bounces in a way, right? Yes, they're set plays, and yes, they're very well executed, but those rebounds went directly to them with speed. Had that puck been a fraction of an inch kicked out a different angle, right by them, no goal. Lucky rebounds. What are you going to do? Well, we never really challenged Vladar. We had little pockets, little moments, but nothing major. And that's the problem, is it wasn't about getting stoned or getting goalied or whatever it was, or a revenge game. It was the fact that we never actually really made a chance for ourselves big time in this game. Again, you'll bring up certain moments where like, well, they had a chance. But there was no consistency, no real pressure. Always felt like there was at least two flames between you and the net. You just don't win hockey games like that. So on we go, 3:12 left, and it's a PP, and we need one here, and it is a terrible PP. And the best chance of the PP, you guessed it, was a hard breakaway the other way. Short-handed attempt. The Flames are stifling, man. Stifling. Sway makes a save on that. 2-0, finish the period. Go into the third, and we have life. We look great for a couple minutes. We're right there, and we draw a penalty. This is it. We're going to score in the PP. 2-1. We're in this game. Then it's just a bounce to tie it. It's just a bounce. And that was the second penalty that the fourth line had drew. Bottom six really, really looked good this game. You need your top six to do something, though. Because the bottom six go in against such a concrete defensive team. 7th shutout, by the way, for that team. 7th. Going against a concrete team like that, you want your bottom six to grind them down, and they were doing that. The top six couldn't get anything going. Anyway, so we're on this power play, right? It's 3 minutes into the period. Bergy comes into the zone, leaves it for the defense, but no one's there. What? So it basically turns on to a 2-on-0. And on the 2-on-0, Swayman makes a save, and then makes another save, and then makes a third save that might have hit the net, but I'm going to call it a save anyway. After 3 chances for the Flames, Mangiapane grabs the puck and goes, okay, well, I'm done with this bullshit. And loop, de-scoop, and it's 3-0. And I believe there was a Bruin there at that point. I don't remember which Bruin it was. But there was a Bruin there at that point. But he just did not take away Mangiapane, who was in front of the net. He was going for the guy behind the net. Guys, that one's not really on Sway. A minute later, though, they kill off the rest of the penalty. Fast transition the other way. It's a shot from the top of the right circle. Sway trickles through. Just bleeds on through. No, not bleed our fourth liner, but literally bleeds on through. It looked for a second like McAvoy made the stop and scooped it out of the net before it actually fully crossed, but he wasn't even sort of close. The first review, I was just, oh, wow, that's a lot of white there. White to get past the, you know what I'm saying. God, it was 4-0. There's still 15 minutes left of the game. We fought back a little bit, but it just got worse. We took 2 penalties, one Marshy, one Foligno. Pasta took a puck to the face and was bleeding everywhere. It was a mess. And the final score would end 4-0. Vladar gets his revenge game. Darth Vladar. Why was he a pirate? But game notes, guys. There's some positives. The bottom 6 looked great. They really did. I think Smith is a elite third liner. Like, if you can put him on your third line, he's not quite a second liner, but if you can put him on your third line, you feel really good about it. I think he works well with Howland and DeBrusque. Once they get their mojo going, they're looking better with every shift. Bleed, Lazar, Nosek, all of them are great. Bleed has been working his ass off, blocking shots, just doing whatever it takes to stay in the lineup, and he's staying there. I want Steen back in the lineup, but I can't figure out how he comes in. I can't figure it out. Same with Stanika, Lauko. We got these young guys that I want to be inserted in the lineup, but where are they going to go? This bottom 6 is good. This was a game where we needed something to go our way. The bottom 6 isn't going to score every game. They're just not. That's not what secondary scoring is. They're not at least for this team. They're not always going to score. But we're now 2 games of our top line and our second line not really doing a ton. We need that. What the fuck happened to our power play? What is going on with that right now? They're so passive and relaxed, and they're moving the puck around and da. And they're not using high bumper anymore. I think that's mostly getting taken away from them. But that leaves Pasta open. But Pasta can't hit his shot right now. Foligno's battling in front of the net. We got to feed more tips his way because he's there. Not good. And our entrances are terrible. Need work on the special teams. Penalty kill still looks good. I actually liked what our defense did for most of this game. The biggest issues were set plays and a defender bringing the puck in and turning it over on the transition and it going back the other way. That stuff you can nail out. Structurally, I liked our defense, though. We're 9-6. It's not the end of the world. The schedule's going to pick up. We're going to get into a rhythm. And if we can stay relatively healthy, we're going to win a lot of games. Our losses this year are to the Flames, who are really good. The Oilers, who are really good. The Panthers, who are really good. The Canes, who are really fucking good. Like, I know we have that bad Flyers matchup. I know we haven't been winning a lot of the games that is high competition. I get that. But right now, if we're a middle-of-the-pack team still figuring things out, that's not a problem. 15 games in, yes, we're learning more about the identity of this team. But there's still time to correct stuff. Time to go on streaks, to get hot. Toronto, we lost to Toronto too. Let's stab you with that one real quick after I just said that. We've lost to really good teams. We're going to improve. We're going to get more competitive with these guys. It is a little worrisome that we've been kind of blown out by most of these good teams, though. That is something I'm worried about. All right, guys, it does it for me. We're back Wednesday against Buffalo. If we lose that game, you might actually see me be like upset in the video. I feel like I haven't done that in a while where I've been pissed. I haven't needed to be yet. We're going to be okay. We won 3 in a row, and then we lost 1. If we do that for the rest of the season, we'll be great. Unlikely, but hey, it will be great. Go Bees!